robotics and technology for retailers. Okay, an automation system. I'm going to call this an industrial company. You could argue it's a hardware company or something, but let's just leave it at industrial because I got to put everything in different boxes here. All right, let's Symbotic. I've never looked at the stock in my life. $17 stock. Out in Wilmington, Mass. Whole bunch of share classes, interestingly. So I assume these are all worth the same amount, or they all have an equal claim on the assets of the company. They just have different votes. In which case, this would be a 10 billion cap. Did we do a split or something recently? Let's see. Yeah, a 10 bill cap sounds right. Look at the size of the revenue. Want to make sure that we're getting the wrong shares outstanding information. Not uncommon. Let's see if there is. See what Google says. Oh, they got it right. Okay, they got it right too. I'll have to check with our vendor. Nibbles! All right, about $1 billion in cash, no debt. Oops. Is this the old company Symbol? Symbol Technologies? Let me see. No, Symbol got bought out by Zebra. Symbol did similar shit. RFID. Okay, so very low margin hardware. Interesting. You can see they sell the system for close to the cost of the system. So system revenue was $472 in Q2, and system cost was $407. System COGS, at least. The software is probably higher margin, but they don't sell much of it actually, so never mind. And the services are also low margin. So all this stuff's low margin. I'm just going to do all COGS. Let's see. Doesn't seem, seems expensive for a 10 billion cap. Something's wrong here. Maybe because it's growing so fast. Maybe they have a lot of cash flow. We'll take a look in a second. But my spider senses kind of are going off. Okay, let's see if they have cash flow. Cash flow from operations, okay, is positive, so, but I'm assuming they have capex. Okay, they're still free cash flow positive. Okay, and the revenue is obviously growing very quickly. You can see that the revenue, 58% revenue growth, pretty insane revenue growth. But when your margins are 17% and actually 14% last quarter, I'm not sure all the revenue growth in the world helps you that much. Okay. Okay. Well, let me note this one down too. This is for the 9 months ended, so this is basically pretty close to the year. So this is not Q2. We have to get their funky calendar quarter stuff figured out, what they call this fiscal year. You can kind of make up whatever fiscal year you want. You can call it, this is the fiscal year for 2028. You should see how they do it in Japan if you don't know already. Okay, so what the heck is this business? Oh, they were a SPAC? Warehouse Technologies. Have you guys heard about this new Galaxy gas? Pretty sweet. You're not going to get smarter watching me talking about Galaxy gas. What's up, Unc? Nibbles will not be eaten by any Haitians. I grew up a lot of Haitians in the Brooklyn area, Church Avenue area of Brooklyn. Haitians, Jamaicans, all kinds of Caribbeans. Yeah, they're all very nice people, actually. Unless you cross them, in which case your cat's done. Now, most Haitians are not going to eat a cat. They do some voodoo shit, I will say that. Some of them do some voodoo shit. And if you served a group of my Haitian goons, I've got some Haitian goons, more Jamaican and Trinidadian goons, but a couple of Haitian goons I got as well. If you served a cat and said this was like part of some voodoo ritual or something like that, they'd probably eat it. They'd be like, okay, fuck it. But they're not going to go out and go ham. Yeah, Liam, we've done a lot of research on that. What's up, Richard? Nibbles ran away. No, Nibbles, no. Market's getting creamed, man. JP Morgan's down a bunch. All biotechs, of course, are down. There's a lot of beta in biotech. So that's just par for the course. Man, Ionis is down 12%. I gotta check out why. Oracle's up 12%. Did Oracle report? Yeah. We gotta go do the Oracle numbers. Probably good idea. So yeah, do you guys know what galaxy gas is? What gender am I? That's a complicated question. I've recently become woke to the idea that gender is very complicated. Do you guys know what Fae gender is? I might be that. All right. They got me. No, I'm getting super woke, man. My Discord, if you haven't noticed, we got a bunch of woke people, not just Quest now. Quest used to be the lone woke guy. We've gotten very woke. Fuck Trump. Oh yeah, we're gonna do a 7 o'clock stream in our Discord. Maybe we'll do it. Can we do it on YouTube? I don't want to get banned from YouTube for streaming the debate. So maybe just on Discord, we're going to do the debate. Destiny has been teaching me very well, exactly. I'm a Destiny disciple. I'm a pupil. He does terrible things to me. What a freak. Oh man, we got to get rid of these investor lawsuits. So ridiculous. That's another good LLM use case. This is absurd. No way every press release is the investor lawsuit. Oh my god. What's up, Laser? Okay, so this stock has melted down from like 50 to 18. Yes. No. I'm glad you have the username, Kathy, but that doesn't make you part of our team. You got a ship code for that. Okay, so they call that Q324. Oh yeah, I have to do more coding tutorials. I just don't have the time. I'm busy. I'm busy bee. Okay, so they said next quarter 455 to 475. Ooh, that's probably what caused the chaos. I mean, this looks like a short. I always feel bad if a Godel user is asking me, what do you think of the stock? And I'm like, oh, it's trash. I hope that I'm not telling them their favorite stock is trash. By the way, like, it takes me, I can't come up with a stock pick in 5 minutes, you know, and I hope that everybody appreciates that. It's pretty hard to do. But I do like to learn new companies, and it's fun to do so. And I give you some thoughts maybe you didn't think about before. But if it's a biotech stock, you can take my shit to the bank. Take this shit right to the bank. Bank of Shkreli. National Bank of Albania. Godel is written in a lot of languages. The front end, of course, is in JavaScript. But a lot of the back end plumbing is in Python and Java. What are they calling Java these days? I guess just Java. Okay, so there's 3-month cash flow here. Yeah, Cassava's like got to be one of the biggest dogs of all time. I don't understand the people who own the stock. The big guy who I had that call with, he blocked me. He's a sensitive, very sensitive man. He got some sand in his vagina. Look, I don't want to lose $70 million either. I wouldn't want to lose that. Sell this shit and move on, bro. And knows absolutely nothing about biotech, talking about open label studies. I got a bridge to sell you if you think open label studies are going to be useful. In fact, I got several beautiful bridges for you. What am I doing here? Okay. I'm messing this up. 1 sec. Godel is it's sort of gonna look like this. It's just gonna be more, I would say more functions. But yeah, it basically looks like I'm starting to call Bloomberg the legacy terminal, which I really enjoy doing. It looks like the legacy terminal product from our legacy rival. Legacy is such a backhanded insult. It's like, AbbVie's just the best run drug company in a long time. So is Lilly, I guess. Analysts don't. So analysts, I guess analysts do know the stocks inside out, but they don't have any investing judgment, right? So they look at a stock, they're not really sure if the stock will go up or down, as very few people are. And it depends on what the portfolio's investing objectives are. Everyone wants the stock to go up and stuff like that, but some people want to trade, some people want 10x, some people want a long-term investment. Everything's a little different. I totally don't get it, Kuba. I don't think he's worth like billions of dollars, and I know guys worth billions of dollars, and they don't put 70 mil on a random stock. They don't know. Like, this doesn't make sense. So I don't know if he's worth, maybe 200 mil. He's got a huge chunk of his portfolio in there. This is bad wealth management. I think he's just he wants to be able to be like, I did great in software, which, hats off to him, man. I'm sure he's very good at what he does. I'm new in the software business myself. So maybe I can learn from him, But like, the same way I'm new to the software business, he's new to the investment business. And especially the biotech investment business. And yeah, just put 7 mil in and just be quiet and see what happens. If it works out, great. Maybe next trade you can put 35 in or 70 in, but start out with 7. I started out, how do you start out looking at biotech movies? I wouldn't read a book. I would just read every 10K I can. I don't want to look at a penny stock unless you're a Godel customer, then I'd look. So they don't really talk about their business at all. It's like very bizarre. I think I have to read the 10K. But this doesn't look like a $10 billion company. It doesn't make any sense to me. This could be a good short. I do want to like figure out what the fuck is the product, and I'll look at that in a second, I guess. But yeah, I think it's funny because like every message board idiot on Cassava thinks that there's like some weird conspiracy. I was watching this video. I'll show you this video in a second. It's really crazy. But like, there's no conspiracy for Cassava. Like nobody has the time for that to go on Yahoo message boards and sit and write freaking negative information. Like, what are you, crazy? You think like there's, you must think there's aliens and 9/11 was an inside job, and like, who do you think has time to sit there and do all that stuff? And who do you think they're trying to trick into not buying the stock? Big money doesn't look at Yahoo message boards. Nobody gives a fuck. It's just hilarious, like how warped that perception is. Like I feel bad for these people. It's like, where do you think everybody's like? How do you think other people are investing? Do you think, okay, well, step 1, I'm gonna go on the Yahoo message boards. Step 2, I'm gonna check out Twitter. What the? No, I don't really use technicals. Yeah, so I saw this video yesterday. It was really bizarre. Let's watch it together real quick, because it's really humorous. Sorry, I'm just trying to find it. I get so many DMs, and I apologize in advance if I can't get to all of them. Okay, so this guy...
Ameritrade is now part of Shkreli.
I'm on the wrong YouTube account, but we can watch an ad, right?
Bringing you Thinkorswim, our award-winning trading platform.
Okay, look at this guy.
Hello, Rick, executives, board members, and shareholders. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my open letter. I got a lot for you. Let's dive
He looks like a broke Joe Rogan.
in. Rick, welcome to your CEO-ness of Cassava. You've been with the company for a long time.
So this guy is I guess a Cassava stockholder? Oh, his name is Joe Springer. He says he's the best stock analyst of all time. Okay. I thought that was Warren Buffett, but you know. He's got 4,000 subscribers, which isn't a lot for the best stock analyst of all time. Anyway, you can see his eyes are a little crazy. Look at the crazy eyes.
I'm so glad that you're now in charge. Thank you. But
So the new CEO of Cassava writes, taking on this current challenge is not about making the share price go up or trying to silence the company's many loud skeptics. Those things will take care of themselves if the company focuses on job number 1, which is to make a drug. That makes sense. That's smart from the CEO. He's right. The skeptics don't make a difference. They're not going to make the drug work or make the drug fail. But this guy really doesn't like that.
you yourself know that that's not the case. Rick, this is from 2006, where you...
So he blames the old drug, which was like a pain drug, which I remember pretty well. So he knows that the FDA is out to get them, and Purdue stopped that drug from being approved.
That's not the case, and things have only gotten more corrupt since then. And you said that if there's a difficult way to do something your father taught you, you'll find it. Well, acting like we're in a fair environment is the difficult way.
So this guy's convinced that there's some elements aligned against this shitty biotech company, of which, by the way, there's, 3,000 or 4,000 shitty biotech companies? It's not like there's one, one thing. That everyone's against or something like that. And I just don't get it. Like, everyone else is fine in the biotech ecosystem, but for some reason, everyone's picking on Cassava.
Rick, my friend, you are a Pennsylvania strong competitor.
What?
Corruption that was the biggest problem, and it's...
Corruption is apparently the biggest problem for this drug company.
Only worse now. Corruption is our greatest enemy.
Molecules can't be corrupt. They just are what they are.
Big money was the reason then with Remoxy, with Cassava's new drug, Simufilam, for Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's is way bigger as far as dollars. Trillions now. We're talking about trillions now. Like now it's already $500 billion in both, like it's 300 billion in direct spend and almost as much in indirect spend. And that's headed to over $1 trillion in spend. The way we've been treated since then shows us...
This is not the guy, thank God, with 70 million in Cassava. This guy will never have 70 million cents of something, or 70 million yen. But it shows you what the average mentality is for... This is a 40-minute video. Imagine watching this. It's about the Clintons for some reason. It's about Trump. It's about Ryan Cohen from GameStop. Oh, wait, here are our enemies. Mossad. Murderous trillion-dollar companies like JP Morgan and Lilly. Murderous.
And that's not all. We're up against trillion-dollar, allegedly murderous corporations like Lilly and JP Morgan. It seems to me Lilly killed 1 million people by delaying our drug a year with Lund.
Yeah, so that's Cassava. So when you play poker, everyone says you got to find the good game, where everyone else playing at the table is an idiot. This is the good game. That's all you need to know. Sometimes investing is that simple. Bet against that guy. I will give that guy money just to keep giving me stock picks. Just keep them coming, buddy. I know that last one didn't work. Give me another one. Maybe Godel will do something like that. This guy probably has $5,000 in the stock, if that. Mossad does take down stocks, I have to admit. When I was on Wall Street, we met with the Mossad Investment Securities Analysis Committee. And, we'd pitch our stocks. We'd say, please, Mossad, don't delete our company. And a bunch of, Israeli guys would be sitting around the table all right, Shkreli, maybe. Maybe we won't end your life. And basically every company on Wall Street has to go through that process. Some people say you have to go to get an underwriter and go do an IPO and get an audit opinion and all this stuff. No, you just got to check in with Mossad. They make the rules. I can make a better Jewish impression, I just don't want to. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, man. I grew up with a lot of Jewish people, including the man who taught me stocks, who passed away, Marty Katz. My father passed away. Marty Katz passed away. I'm reaching that halftime point in my life. Marty Katz used to play chess with me and talk stocks, and we had a ball. He used to drive me to school. It's like a family friend in the building. Rest in peace to a real one. Look at this! Look at this dilution. What the fuck is this? Imagine running a publicly traded company and you sell like 10 million shares a quarter. 60 million shares outstanding? Let's have 70. That's too much. But let's do some more. Let's get 80. Let's have 90. Let's have 100 million shares outstanding. But they must have done a split or something, right? Because, or like these shares are convertible. Maybe we have the right market cap. Because it says here, basic and diluted. Marty actually was very instrumental in me looking at pharma. He would tell me about the companies back then, like Genentech. He mispronounced it like everyone else does. A lot of people do. He called it Genentech, which many people back then used to pronounce it that way, at least people not in the industry. And he mentioned Bristol Myers and Pfizer and all these other companies. And he didn't really know much about them. He might have had a 401k a long time ago or something, but he kept my interest. And I could talk business and talk about Microsoft and talk about these companies, my hero Bill Gates, with somebody. My Albanian parents, didn't really know about that stuff, didn't care about that stuff. That wasn't their interest. My dad was interested in football. Go Jets, by the way. Aaron Rodgers is his favorite player. I was going to meet Aaron Rodgers over some business stuff. It's kind of funny. All right. I got to understand what the hell is going on with these shares outstanding. Oh, okay, so they did do an offering here. Okay, and selling security. Okay. Bizarre. They had an investor day. I want to look at that. I'm interested now. This thing's piqued my interest. Usually it's not usually, but a lot of times stocks people want me to look at are kind of boring, or there's no follow-up I really want to do. This one's kind of bizarre. Symbotic. It's like this. Look at this. The shares outstanding is just so weird. The growth is insane. So one, what is their product? Two, how many shares outstanding does this company have? And that's like such an important, simple question, and it's usually pretty easy to answer. But like in this case, they have all these share classes, and sometimes share classes are convertible into each other, and there's all this mess. So let's see what these share classes mean. So at least at the time of the 10K, okay, they still had this Class A, Class V1, and Class V3. Class A, 83 million shares outstanding. Class V1, 65. Class V3, 407. Sometimes in an acquisition or something like that, you'll give. Was I around when the Great Financial Crisis? Of course. I was around for the dot-com bubble, both the inflation and the burst. I was around for the Great Financial Crisis. Come on, Shkreli is age old. All right, so let's look. They're talking about what their business is. They develop end-to-end solutions for supply chains, automate the processing of pallets and cases in large warehouses. Okay, so it's warehouse tech. And I think you have to like do the whole platform. Usually it's not too easy. So mostly for retailers. Looks like Walmart. Okay, so they have a bunch of business from Walmart. 23 billion in backlog, wow. A lot of big customers here. So I guess they own this thing or do business with it or something. So interesting, huge backlog. I mean, it makes sense that warehouses are becoming very technical. I mean, Amazon's probably got all this stuff in better. Customer, big customers, Walmart. I wonder what percentage. Oh, Walmart's investing? Oh. I like that. Shit. Okay, so the CEO owns the grocery wholesaler. That's a little fucked. Interesting. Some related party issues here. Okay, let's see. Okay. Here's the, finally in the fine print we find what we're looking for. The dual class structure of our common stock has the effect of concentrating voting control with the Symbotic founder, who I assume is Richard Cohen. Certain family members and affiliated entities, this will limit or preclude your ability to influence corporate matters. Our V3 common stock has 3 votes per share. Okay. Class A and V1 have 1 vote per share. Okay. Class 3 converts to Class 1 in certain situations, including automatically 7 years after. Richard Cohen owns all of the Class V3. Huh. And 90% of voting matters, so you can't kick him out. I just don't understand why they don't include all of the shares outstanding in like diluted shares or something. Kind of an overly complex corporate structure. The hell? I mean, revenue growth doubled. But like, with these closely held companies, it's sometimes very squirrely what the hell is going on. And you can see it's like very low margin. It's not like this is like super scalable or anything. I mean, when Walmart's your big customer, obviously they have a nice roadmap to serious growth. I mean, I'm assuming that's what people are excited about, but it is a large market cap when you include Richard's shares, which obviously you have to include. He's not doing this for fun. Fascinating. I will say they do have positive cash flow, so you can't shit on them too hard. Okay, they've doubled revenue every year so far. That's pretty baller right there. Pretty hard to do. Okay, so they have here, isn't that fascinating? They only say, instead of earnings per share, they say earnings per Class A share. And it's like, well, wait a second. That's only 20% of all the shares. There's a lot of shares. I don't think Lex is a moron, but I don't know about Joe Rogan being the best conversationalist on the planet. That's a hefty praise. I don't think I would do Shark Tank. I got better things to do than Shark Tank. Okay, so here's cash flow from operations. I have better things to do than Shark Tank. For example, Galaxy Gas. The stock ticker's in the lower left corner. It's called Symbotic. Okay, so free cash flow for the full year, fiscal year ending September 2023, they're ending their next fiscal year in 20 days. But at least for that time is 215. Which isn't that bad. It's a very thick plot here. It's not obvious at all. Okay, Warehouse Technologies. Was founded in 2006. That's basically this company. I mean, if Walmart finds it useful enough, I mean, you got serious customer concentration risk, right? All Walmart has to do is be like, look, we developed our own stuff, which I can imagine they would want to do. Or, yeah, look at customer A, has to be Walmart, right? Customer A is 88% of revenue. Is it Walmart? May not be Walmart. Yeah, the stock's gotten killed. Can you imagine the valuation back then? It was like 40 billion or something. The hell? I don't really have too much. I don't have a video series on Python. There's plenty out there. I don't have a recommendation though. I liked Tim's when I looked at it. I'm not an expert in that field, but it looked okay. This is a really unusual and interesting company. Oh! Do you see that? Class V1 and V3 common stock are non-economic. They're only voting shares. Turns out that Godel has it right, and those guys have it wrong. Haha! I guess it depends on how you think about it. To me, I would not count V1 and V3 then. That's amazing. So those are only votes. Huh. Okay, so the market cap's a little different now. 102. Oh, now it's interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the feds would be mad at that. Like, Shkreli's at it again. He's distributing narcotics under the thinly veiled disguise of selling whipped cream. Clearly, by including Kanye West in his advertising, he's specifically targeting vulnerable African American youth. Not only that, Your Honor, he has a prior conviction. We recommend no bail. No, it was just a meme. Memes can become indictments so fast. Nipples, no! No, look, I'd have the whole hood lit if I had Shkreli branded Gorilla Gas. You know how expensive this shit is, by the way? Like, those canisters cost a fortune on eBay and stuff like that. Oh, tune in on our Discord tonight at 7. We will be hosting like I mean, maybe I can stream it on YouTube, but like a little commentary. Thank you, Kara, my lovely assistant. Free Gorilla Gas will be passed out. You come to our office, we're like, can we get you some water or some Gorilla Gas? The hell is Gorilla Gas? Oh, that's our proprietary product. New proprietary solution. I wonder if we could sneak a little little fentanyl in there. What do you guys think? A little aerosolized cocaine or something. Galaxy gas that's a bitch ass shit, man. You need Gorilla Gas. But you're making a product, you gotta make the best product. Product profile has to be superior. I'm teaching you real business here, all right? You gotta need a superior product profile. Your customer's looking for a certain set of product features. They're trying to get high. In other words, they're trying to get high. I don't want to get banned for streaming during the debate. Purdue is a complicated question. I don't have their internal documents. I do think they probably did something wrong. But I think the doctors have more to blame than anything else. Doctors aren't stupid. Doctors have let their moral compass go in a lot of cases. You know there's an opioid crisis. You know your patient's situation. You have to be very vigilant about it all. This is a weird Symbotic. The company's called Symbotic. It's this bizarre... It's this bizarre warehouse technology company. But it looks very, very interesting. It's only $1 billion market cap, and they have a ton of cash. Walmart's pumping money into the company. The revenue is growing like crazy. I mean, this is kind of neat. I kind of like it. I thought they had all the V shares they're just voting shares. They don't participate in the business. The CEO owns most of the company, which I think is usually a pretty good thing. So you're basically partnering with this guy. Profit margin on a gas is massive. Yeah, Walmart would probably buy them out, right? That's the thing. I don't think Walmart relies on them that much. Walmart's, they've been distributing products for a very long time. They're a high-tech company too. So it's not like they're not new to this. They're true to this. Into distribution to get Atlantic. Gorilla Gas is that's what the hood wants right now. That's the main product. All the rappers are talking about it. Do nitrous at the chateau. There's a big software meetup later today. I want to go to a great software company's hosting. But I don't think I could be in 2 places at once. I really want to be. Yeah, I like this thing. When I thought they had 600 million shares outstanding, it was a little bit different. But at 100 million shares outstanding, you get 900 million EV for a profitable company. This is a profitable company. TTM free cash flow. I'm not even sure. I mean, revenue's growing like crazy, so this might be the find. This might be the fucking find. Sure, Charles, I'll look at it in a second. There's a lot of requests. I don't want to do a crappy job when I do these requests because I know what it takes to invest professionally, and I think a lot of people out there are just kind of lying to the people. You can't lie to the people, man. You can't oppress the people. A lot of liars out there. This shit ain't easy, man. You gotta grind like crazy. Wait a second. Their guidance was 290 to 310, and they came in at 390 that quarter. Wow. It's just sad to me when you see people do like this very superficial work, and I try my hardest to, even when I'm looking at something like, I tell you that I'm not 100% sure and stuff like that. Now in biotech, I do think I can get to the answer pretty fast, but even then, there's a lot to look through. It's not like it's 1, 2, 3. I like this. What's WT? Oh, Wu-Tang. Oh, no, we're gonna win that case. The media, of course, reported it as us losing or something, but we're winning that case. We'll see what the final... I mean, we're just getting... Discovery hasn't even started yet. Discovery is going to be pretty bad for them. I never signed any agreement with these idiots. Not once. So how they can sue me is all... It's just retarded if you think about it. They're suing me for doing something when I never made a deal with you. Man, get the fuck out of here. They're suing because I'm playing this piece of shit album, or I was playing this piece of shit album that they spent $4 million on. But I talked to their founder, who passed away, very sadly. He was a cool dude. And he told me, look, we should have made you sign an agreement or asked you to sign an agreement and paid you money to sign it. It was our mistake. I met with him in Brooklyn. Now he's unfortunately no longer with us, but it's like, dude, if you asked me to sign an agreement, I'll sign that shit for $50,000. I wouldn't have cared. Y'all had to be slick. Why do you think it's a short? Yeah, the lawsuit's no big deal. Oh, he died in a tragic accident. So, you know, the judge, I mean, I kind of have a bad reputation, so I think the judge shot first and asked questions later. It's like, look, nobody's going to be upset if we take some precautions, give the album, your copies to your lawyers, which nobody reported that. They were like, oh, Shkreli's got to give up the Wu-Tang album. I'm like, yes, to my own attorneys. Fuck out of here, man. You know how many people I sent copies to? Just in this chat room alone, on YouTube chat, I sent at least 5 or 10 of them. Strangers, just random strangers. Here you go. Respect the Wu. Oh man, only 238 viewers. What am I gonna do? Should I start acting like Aiden Ross and get some more viewers? Should I straight do what Andrew Tate does? All right, listen, women are the worst. Get me some water. Women, they don't do anything. Women are useless. They can't defend themselves. They can't do roundhouse kicks. I'm going to show you how to be an alpha male. Your worth as a male is directly proportional to how many push-ups you can do. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Water. gay, okay? I only have sex with men to assert dominance. You just wouldn't understand it. Yeah. I mean, he's hilarious. I'll give him that credit. But did you guys see the recent allegations that he did rape somebody, allegedly? Those recent allegations look pretty serious. There are now actual women coming forward saying he did it, which is not good at all. Allegations aren't proven, but apparently there's recordings. That's not good. And again, I don't want anybody to be accused of a crime they didn't commit. That's like the worst thing ever. But now there's actual alleged victims coming out and talking, apparently. I don't know for sure. I don't know, that kind of worries me a bit. Oh, this was a SoftBank deal too. Yeah, I don't know. I think you can find a better role model. I was very upset when guys like Barron and people his age view Tate as this great role model, but I don't know what he does that would warrant him to be a role model. A role model to me is someone like Palmer Luckey. I don't know, even Bill Gates. Again, I'm a big fan of Bill Gates. I know there's some people have these odd like conspiracy theories, like they're just so stupid. Guy's like pretty normal guy actually. He's like the greatest capitalist ever. Elon's a good one, yeah, sure. It's like, I don't, tell me why Bill Gates is terrible. Tell me. I think Jeffrey Epstein had, hey Dusty, how are you? Epstein had a lot of friends. Epstein met with a lot of people I know. Reid Hoffman, Peter Thiel, Leon Black. Epstein was a seriously good spy. Gates is one of the best investors and the best businessman of all time. Warren Buffett is his close friend. Jeffrey Epstein is not, or was not. Yeah, there's no actual goods on Bill Gates being a bad guy. He fought the government, which I really like. Epstein made his money extorting people. Druckenmiller's great, sure. I don't think he had a fund at all. There's not too much espionage in biopharma now. The guy who ran Epstein's estate, Boris? Oh, I know Boris. That's crazy. Well, look, the other thing is it's a small world. This is Boris. It is a small world out there. Oh, okay. Apparently he didn't sign it. But basically, whoever created the will basically put his name down. I'm sure they met. But Epstein found a way to worm himself into lots of people. If the only reason you don't like Gates is because of Epstein, then you can't like any business person, basically. they all, he found a way. Like, the guy was so talented at what he did. Which is basically a super spy. No, Jeff Bezos, excellent role model as well. We're talking about really successful, amazing people. No offense to Andrew, but these are some real role models. Andrew's an interesting personality. He's very funny. You know, I don't agree with a lot of his takes. If he's found guilty of the charges, that'd be reprehensible. You know, no man should take advantage of another woman like that. It's disgusting. I like this Symbiotic. This is one to watch. It fell a ton, but it may be the right value now, if that makes sense. We'll have to keep looking at it.